Let's start by learning what Azure Active Directory is. Azure Active Directory, often called AAD, is a cloud-based identity and access management service. AAD stores objects, and those objects can be, for example, a user or a group. Each object has attributes attached to it. So for example, an attribute can have a first name, last name, manager, and so on, and if it's a user object, of course it also have an encrypted password attached to them. Azure Active Directory is the backbone identity provider for all of Microsoft's cloud services such as Office 365, Azure, Intune, and so on. Something to note is that Active Directory as a server or service has existed for over 20 years already as an on-premises service. It was shipped with Windows Server 2000. You might also see it named as Active Directory Domain Services, or ADDS. Most enterprises today still have an on-premises Active Directory as their main identity provider and where all of their users are stored. Let me explain. If you started a business today, you would probably go fully in the cloud and go directly with Azure Active Directory, which would be the backbone of all of your cloud services, and you probably wouldn't be renting a data center or server space, everything would be mostly in the cloud. However, if you started a business a few years ago, you probably had most of your services on premises, including your Active Directory and all of your servers, such as file servers, mail servers, database servers, and so on. But now that you want to take advantage of the cloud, you need to synchronize your users to Azure Active Directory, and Microsoft provides a tool for that called Azure AD Connect. This will make sure that all of your users are synchronized from your on-premises Active Directory to your Azure Active Directory in the cloud, and users will keep the same attributes, including username, password, manager, display name, and so on. You can then have users access cloud applications using the exact same credentials that they use for their on-premises systems. Now that we know what Azure Active Directory is, let's take a look at the different plans and features. Azure Active Directory comes in 4 editions: Free, Basic, Premium P1, and Premium P2. Often when we talk about the premium versions, we only say Azure AD P1 or Azure AD P2, but their official naming convention is Premium P1 and Premium P2. There is a 5th edition out there, and it's not really an edition from a billing point of view, but from a technical point of view, it's a 5th differentiation when you are subscribed to Microsoft 365 services. This 5th edition is basically the free edition, but with a lot less limitations on Microsoft 365 paid services. We'll explain this a bit more in just a few seconds. Let's take a look at some of the highlights of the 4 main editions. First, the free one, which is included with any Azure or Microsoft 365 subscription. This subscription has a 500,000 object limit, but no limit for Microsoft 365 applications. As long as the users are licensed for any Microsoft 365 app, you will not hit that limit, even if you have 10 million users. You can also have a maximum of 10 single sign-on apps per user, and again, all of the applications in Office 365 count as a single one. You can also have multi-factor authentication, or MFA, included, but only for Office 365 services, and not for any third-party service. The next one is the Basic, at $1 per user per month. This one has no object limit at all, and includes a bunch of services that are not only for Office 365 apps such as group-based access management, SLA, being able to brand the login page with the company logo and message, and things like that. The Premium P1 is $6 per user per month, and this one has no limit on SSO apps. From a security perspective, the really special thing about it's the conditional access based on device or location, as well as the multi-factor authentication for non-Microsoft or on-prem services. Lastly, the Premium P2 is $9 per user per month, which includes everything in P1, Basic, and Free of course, as well as identity protection, enhanced access reviews, and privileged identity management.